Alliance. He is the beast from Hollywood East, Michael the Hammer Mulligan.
Hey folks, Michael Hammer Mulligan here. Do a little fireside. Today is our 50th show since we started this whole thing. So with that being said, I'd like to thank a few people. First and foremost, Mom. Mom does all the work. I sit here in the chair, play with the dogs, talk to the guests. I do the easy part. She takes all this information that I give her, cuts out all the stupid parts, and puts it all together and makes it look halfway decent. Thank you very much, Mom, for taking the time to do the show for us. Me and everybody in the MMA sport appreciates it, and I know that the fans like it. We did win an award for Best Sports Show one year. I know that you people are going to vote for Best Sports Show this year when it comes time, and do it for Mom. Also, I'd like to thank some of my regulars like Local Lobo, and just a whole slew. Pat, and you know, the people from South Shore Sport Fighting and Cape Cod Fighting Alliance, and you know, CFX, Michael Polvere, Cage Titans. He's on here a lot. You know, obviously we're pumping his show because that's what we do here. We like to, you know, pump the people that we know and we like, and we know do a really, really good job. So yeah, thank them. Thank all of you for watching the show. I hope you enjoy it. If there's anything that that you'd like to see different, more of, less of, whatever you want, let us know. You know, you see my thing will be scrolling across here. Mom, put my email right across here so they can get a hold of me. And yeah, let us know what your feelings are, what your thoughts are. You can email us, tell us what you think, and we'll change the show for you if you want it, or we'll leave it the same. I kind of like it this way, but you never know. So yeah, this will be my new studio. New fireplace is going right over here. Got a couple little windows up here, looking at the backyard down here at Hard Knocks Hollow. So yeah, thanks for coming. And today's guest is going to be a friend of mine, Grace Ann Swift Case. Her last name now is Case. Grace Ann, I grew up with Grace Ann. She was actually a friend of my sister's. And I used to follow her around like a puppy dog. She was like my Ivory girl. She was a little older than me, and I used to look up to her. She used to beat up all my girlfriends. I couldn't even have a girlfriend, that girl. But anyways, so she's coming on today. She's going to talk a little bit about, she was an arm wrestling championship, and she'll be in October. This probably won't air till November, but right on the tail. But Grace Ann's on because she actually had breast cancer, and she had family members that had it. And over the past year, I really never thought about it too much. You know, you'd see it affecting other people a lot, but this year I had a couple people, my girlfriend's father, Big Al, passed from cancer. That was a terrible thing to watch. And then another friend of mine, Ricky, died of cancer this year, just recently over the last few weeks. So that was coming, and it's tough to watch somebody as big and strong get kind of taken out. So October is the breast cancer month, and Grace Ann is a survivor. So don't be fooled by the bald head. She did it in support when you see her. So great girl, and we're going to love hearing from her. So thanks for coming to another Fireside Chat with Michael the Hammer Mulligan. Stay tuned. Watch Grace Ann. Hey folks, Michael the Hammer Mulligan here with my girl Grace Ann Swift, and now known as Grace Ann Case.
Correct.
What's up, Grace? How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I shaved my head, by the way, because it's
Breast
Cancer Awareness Month.
Got the pink on. You should have brought me a shirt. I would have worn pink. I'm not afraid of my feminine side. All right, so because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it is our 50th anniversary, I thought this was just a great show to do with Grace Ann. Grace Ann, now, first of all, Grace Ann and I have known each other for over 30 years. I used to follow her around in the pool area. I was a couple years younger than her, and she used to come hang out with my sister. She was like my Ivory girl type, you know what I mean?
There it is.
So, so Grace Ann went on to arm wrestle.
I did.
Tell us all about it.
You know, I was a real tomboy growing up, and that just kind of fell into place. I was working down the Cape, and some friends of mine told me about this arm wrestling tournament, which I thought was kind of a farce. I was like, what? I didn't even know there was such a thing that was like an organized sport. I used to arm wrestle the boys on the bus and beat them up, you know what I mean? But so I went down there this day, talking tough, and entered this tournament, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna whoop some butt, man, I'll tell you right now. And then this big girl comes out, like, boom, boom, and I was like, holy mother of God, I'm gonna die. By the grace of God, I had no technique at that point, but I was able to muscle my way through, and she was the defending champion.
Wow.
So I beat her, and that just started the whole ball rolling. And I've since traveled around the world quite a few times, and ended up, before I gave it up, with 7 world titles.
Wow. Wow. So in arm wrestling, you were like the women's world champion.
Yeah, 133 to 154. I was
Holy mackerel.
I was the girl.
Wow, huh? Now, did you go around with other people from around here too?
Yeah, we went, not so much like, well, Jeff Gonzalez is a guy down in the Cape who actually took me under his wing and was the first one that started teaching me technique. Like, I was like, technique, really? You know, but yeah, I'll tell you what, there's technique to everything you do in the sports world. And I started training with a bunch of guys, which was the greatest practice they could ever have. Wrestling big dudes like you know what I mean? And I was like, this is crazy. I can't even do this with these big dudes. And then I get up on the table with a woman, and I'd just be like, smash!
Yeah.
You know, traveled around with the United States team to Sweden a couple of times, been out to Las Vegas a bunch of times with the NFL guys. When Makita Power Tools would sponsor a tournament back in the day.
Nice.
We have the pro baseball players in I believe, December, and the pro football players during the summer.
Yep.
So had a lot of fun with that. And yeah, we usually put together a United States team. You'd have to qualify at a national tournament to go on to be on the United States team. And
so what other countries did you go against?
Well, I can't. Russia hated me. I thought Russia was going to take me out back and just break me into pieces and kill me. Japan, India. Believe it or not, India is huge in India.
Really?
Yeah. These little skinny guys, boy. But tell you what, the technique is everything. You know.
Wow.
You be up against a big, huge person, and then you.
I got 1,000 things going through my head right now, but I don't know if I'd be politically correct, so I'm going to shut up.
No worries. No worries. A lot of different countries. It's a lot of fun to meet all these different people in Brazil, and made some good people. Yeah, met some good people and made some good friends all around the world. You know, in the sport.
Yeah. Wow. Good for you. So now what after that whole thing? What was next? What did you move on to?
I really just tried to move on to staying in shape. I got married to the greatest guy in the face of the earth. I went through a couple of hellacious divorces. Thank God that's over. Wait till you're 40 to even think about marriage, please.
By then you probably already did it a couple of times and you don't even need to think about it again.
But now you know what you want and what you don't want.
There you go, exactly.
So married the best guy in the face of the earth in March of 2007.
Nice.
Stayed working out, but things change as you get older, you know what I mean? Not so much competitive, but I was diagnosed with breast cancer in Halloween of 2007.
Wow, huh?
Halloween of 2000. This poor man marries me in March, and I get diagnosed with cancer, and went that whole route.
Well, it was nice God put him there for a support group.
He sure did. He's a one-of-a-kind guy. He really is. So after, I was basically on my behind for 3 years. I was in a recliner for an entire year. And, when they say use it or you lose it, it's so true.
Yep.
So, being laid out, in a chair for about a year, your hip flexors freeze up. I had neuropathy in my feet. Couldn't feel my feet and hands.
Yep.
Basically, made it by the skin of my teeth. I should have died. And in fact, I know I stopped breathing at one point. When I was on the table, I had to have a full hysterectomy in lieu of, they felt that's the travel path of the cancer, and my sister had just died with lung cancer as well.
Oh boy.
So I opted to go the whole route. So I looked into MMA, and I could walk, but I couldn't walk great, and my balance was all messed up. But I went down to Nexus Martial Arts in Wareham and met Coach Whittier, who runs the place, and staff's phenomenal, and the guys were great. And MMA is a sport that you can do. You don't have to compete. You can go in there for the health benefits and for the fitness benefits, and just for the fun, just for a great workout. You don't have to compete and fight. It's a great training. It's a great stress reliever. You're hitting the pads, and you're learning these things. It gives you confidence. Women, can't tell you enough. Get out there and do it. It helps you get back on your feet. It gives you confidence. It gives you strength. And the social network is unbelievable because the greatest people you ever met in your life.
Well, anybody in that atmosphere, anybody there, is there for one purpose, to make themselves a better person physically, and also it works mentally, like huge.
Absolutely.
Like you said, the stress relief, everything else,
Yep.
the energy levels, everything goes up from that. So that's the type of
and
people
you can do
gotta
it. You know,
find.
you can do this thing at your own pace. They're not cracking the whip. You know, I was wobbly. You could go in there, and the shadow boxing they teach you is phenomenal, and you can do it at your own pace. You know.
Yep.
I'm currently thinking about going back. I'm feeling better and getting back on my feet even more. I'm thinking about going back and, maybe trying out CCFA, Cape Cod Fighting Alliance. Gone down and watched a couple of classes and met the guys, and everybody, again, it's just a little closer for me, and the people are just phenomenal. So can't say enough about it. The jiu-jitsu and the shadow boxing and the Muay Thai kickboxing, nothing but a great workout if you're just looking for a fitness thing. Fantastic way to go.
It is several classes, and it doesn't matter. Like I'm obviously a fan of Cape Cod Fighting Alliance. She trained at Nexus. She's going to come train with us. But bottom line is no matter where you are, if you got even at the gym they got the kickboxing classes. These exercises and the things that you do. I like the schools a little bit better for it if you want to be a little bit more technical. Plus, they're all there for just that purpose, not the whole gym thing with everybody and the other things.
Right.
But any form, the CrossFit these days is very abusive to your body.
Yes.
CrossFit, everybody's doing it now. It's a new phase. It's great. We do a lot of CrossFit with some of the students when they're getting ready to go into the cage and fight. But somebody like Grace or somebody like me, that's she was hurt, I'm older, and things like CrossFit are going to abuse the joints and the muscles.
Absolutely.
You go in there and you do this, it's very non-abusive to your body.
It's phenomenal. And like I said, even just once you learn the moves, the knees and the elbows and the kicks and even just the punches, it can be a no impact thing if that's what you're looking for.
Right.
You don't have to hit the pads if you don't want. The shadow boxing is phenomenal, and the jiu-jitsu is just a blast. And
that's absolutely no punishment, right?
Nothing.
I mean, unless you're going with somebody that's mad at you and gets you in a real good arm bar.
And then you get
be nice to your partner.
You get rolling around. It's just a blast. I mean, and I had more fun rolling with big guys like you, and they were so kind and gentle with me that I could actually, get a big guy to tap out because they felt bad for me, and then I'd just jump on it, take advantage of that little pity that I was getting at that point.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, my big words.
Yeah. Not on the show. Big words don't fit. If I say, watch this. So now I'm going to get punched in the face.
Oh, really?
She's got this cool with my little logo, and it goes boom, and it punches you in the face when you swing.
Because I was going to say something about whooping ass, and I said, oh, geez, I better
No, you're good. It's cable. I can actually say whatever I want, but we try to keep it clean for the kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't worry about you.
Absolutely.
All right, so the MMA, the mixed martial arts, really helped you to recover, to get your body back up, your spirits back up, your everything.
My strength, my balance, my confidence. My confidence was, at an all-time low, which is not me. And it just put me right back up there at the top of the heap.
Now I saw on Facebook you shaved your head, and then you made the comment. You said, "Don't worry, I'm not sick." So is this a support thing?
This is a support thing for the fact that this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I actually haven't even told you, but my oncologist people, I've done my 5 years, and they wanted you to do your 5 years of this extra medication.
I read it.
Okay.
But you go ahead. Yeah.
As a safeguard, everybody makes their own choices in this part of an illness, and I was given a break, and I started this past August back on a medication that, basically, in a nutshell, it's a low-dose chemotherapy, and it is supposed to kind of safeguard me against
it's like a preventative
recurrence, you know what I mean? Because I'm at a high risk. Cancer is runs heavily in my family. Yep. My cancer is estrogen positive, and as a woman, your body makes estrogen no matter what you've had taken out, or the hysterectomy or any of that. So there it is.
Yeah,
that's
lymph nodes, all that make it.
Yeah,
right?
lymph node. I had all that left side taken out. So basically, it's in God's hands. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to do everything I can. I'm going to eat right, and I'm going to.
So you're not going to do, is what you're saying? You're not. Going
I went off the medication a week ago today. Just made me feel like I had an aggravated flu. It's just not me. It's just not living. After feeling great and getting a break from the medication to say, okay, we want you to go on this long term, which in my mind was 10 or 15 years. That's not living. I'm not doing that. My family's on board. All my friends are in support of me. I don't have cancer right now. It's just I'm just going to live, and I'm going to assume it's not going to come back, and I'm going to do everything clean and right and healthy that I can do to ensure that.
So
fact.
you do have a plan. It's just not, I'm just going to tuck it away. You have a plan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just going to flip my diet, eat clean. And when I say clean, you know, I just mean like nothing processed, nothing loaded with preservatives. And obviously red meat's not good for me because, you know, it's probably
No
got
Diet Coke?
no Coke. I don't do soda. I'm a waterholic. And just do all the right things and live my life and be healthy. I'm going to take some weight off and maybe get back into a little,
Let's go.
you know, MMA. And
I got a gi for you.
toss big man
I'll throw
around
you
here,
around.
tap his
You ain't-
ass out.
you ain't
I
tapping
don't have a
me,
problem with it, you know what I mean? So,
Tap you,
and
baby.
I just wanted to tell anybody out there that might be looking at it, to have everybody's touched by this disease, if they have anybody that had been affected, mother, father, sister, aunt, niece, anybody. Some books that this is called Couples Confronting Cancer. This is a big problem in couples, married couples. You know, if you don't have a fantastic marriage like I do, it can be the downfall of a relationship because it's very stressful.
Yeah, no matter how fantastic it is.
It's very stressful. So the American Cancer Society put this book out, Couples Confronting Cancer, and it's just one of the things that I read. This is a fun book called Why I Wore Lipstick to My Mastectomy. I did not have to have a mastectomy, thankfully, but this woman did, in fact, and it's just a great fun book. And the last one is, there's a licensed social worker, and she's a doctor as well. Her name is Hester Hill Schnipper, figure that out. And I saw her, and she's written books before, as you've just been diagnosed, during your diagnosis and treatment, and after breast cancer. And she's been through this twice herself, so she knows the whole thing. And these are phenomenal books to help anybody to get through thinking that they're alone and they're the only one feeling this horrible. So there's a lot of resources out there, and I'm here if you need me. Just call him.
There you go, folks. Grace Ann Dowling.
I love you, man.
Love you. Thanks for coming on the show. Folks, thanks for coming to another Fireside Chat with Michael, the Hammer Mulligan, and Grace Ann Case. All right, Grace. Beautiful job, kid. Beautiful. Hey, Jax, up. Come on. They don't want to listen. They don't want to be on TV, Mom. I'm sorry. Hey, folks. I hope you enjoyed our 50th show. It's been a great time me doing these shows. I get to meet a lot of interesting people, do a lot of great interviews, got to train with some great people, got to watch my son grow in the sport. He's been on here quite a bit, so thanks to him, because if it wasn't for Shaney, I wouldn't be doing this show. I hope you enjoyed our 50th show. We're going to do a bunch more this year. Keep tuned, keep watching. We love doing the show for you. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Landlord said the rent is late. He might have to litigate. Don't worry, be happy.